with yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. Well, if you guys have watched DJs BrewTube long enough, you know I'm loving some Hoppin Frog beer, especially big Imperial barrel-aged Hoppin Frog beers, just like my friends staged right here. That's right. These guys out of Akron, Ohio, US of A, yay, make some awesome beers that come out the barrel and of Imperial strength. You know I'm loving that because I like to get my crunk on. I mean, review fine, delicious, full-flavored, and full-bodied beers. Yeah, right. Anyway, so what Hoppin Frog beer are we going to have to get our fix on today? We're going to have their barrel-aged Frog's Hollow Double Pumpkin Ale. Damn, that's a mouthful of a name. As the name suggests, it's a barrel-aged Imperial Pumpkin Ale. It's a rotating serving, 8.4% ABV, and 73 IBUs. How do I know all this? Because it tells you right on the side of the label. There's no bottling date on the side of this beer. However, I know it's a year old. Why? Because about pretty much a year ago, maybe a little bit more, I received this bottle of beer, this liquid happiness from my good buddy D, Johnny G, up at Crafty Beer Reviews. If you have not watched Johnny's channel, what the hell is your problem? Check his channel out, baby. He does great reviews, awesome musical recommendations. Can't even speak today. You know I need beer. And he also does nice on-location videos as well. Sometimes he also hangs out with our good buddy Dave over at Dave's Beer Reviews. Check out Dave's channel as well. He does awesome reviews and some rants and other cool things. I will put their information down in the notes section for you to check out if I remember. Anyways, you know what? Like I said, this beer has been bourbon barrel aged. You know I've had a dubious track record with pumpkin beers, but I'm a lot better at picking them now. And generally what I've found is the barrel aged and Imperial ones are a lot better than the everyday pedestrian sort of low ABV ones. The folks who make the bigger beers seem to take a little more time and a little more care. This is a Hoppin Frog beer. I've had almost every beer that I've had from these guys has been good. So I'm going to get the top popped on this, get it in my snifter, and tell you what's up with the barrel-aged Frog's Hollow Double Pumpkin Ale. Damn, you say that 10 times fast. Boom. Big hiss off the top. Uncollectible crown. And get it in the snifter. Here we go. Yeah. Pumpkin beer. Now, I don't know. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're great, and sometimes they're meh. You never know with pumpkin beer. It's like Forrest Gump said, they're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, right? Life? Anyways, let's get an appearance on this. It had a head, which is gone very fast, by the way. It sounded like Coca-Cola pouring into the glass or a soft drink when I swirl it. We're getting some sticky glass lacing that doesn't last very long, but tons of alcohol streaming and coating the inside of this glass. It's a beautiful, hazy, burnt orange color. Look at that, guys. That's about what a pumpkin beer should look like. Sometimes these Imperials that have been barrel-aged especially don't hold their head very well. I don't know if it's a thing that the pumpkins in there and the spices and the oils and things that are in those, you know, the pumpkin as well as the spices that kill the head. I'm not sure. But you know what? If it tastes good and smells good, it doesn't really matter, does it? So let's put a nose on this and tell you what's up in that department. Nice. Real gourdy pumpkin smell is what greets you first. Pumpkin flesh, sort of like roasted pumpkin flesh if you've ever done that yourself. Then after that I get nutmeg, cinnamon, honey, clove, vanilla, a bit of char, like barrel char, and then bourbon in the background. Really slight bourbon, not forward, but there's like a whiskey sort of undertone in the background. Really nice smelling, inviting beer. It's got that mulled spice character with the gourdy pumpkin, like honey spready sweetness, along with the barrel char, vanilla, and bourbon playing like kind of like the last background notes in the aroma. I'm ready to dive in and see what the flavor's like on this, guys. Cheers. Thanks a million, Johnny. Nice. Wow. That's it. Medium bodied. The feel of the beer in your mouth, there's more carbonation in the feel of the beer in your mouth than there actually is when you see it sitting there. What you're greeted with up front is nutmeg. The year has toned down the spices of the spice bomb. There was no alcohol in the aroma. There's none in the taste. And after that nutmeg that's up front becomes cinnamon and clove. Then you get a bit of bready honey sweetness, a bit of barrel characters, as in like a char taste kind of, and vanilla. And then it finishes off with a really, really slight whiskey. It follows the nose really well, as in the taste. I'd say the bourbon in this and the barrel character, it's good that I've warmed this up. This is about like 51 degrees, somewhere around there while I'm drinking it. And if this beer was colder, I don't think you would notice the bourbon and barrel character as much, because even with a year on it, the spices and the breadiness and the gourdy taste that you get in this are a lot bigger than the barrel. I don't know how long that they barrel aged this. You know, every beer reacts different in the barrels, and who knows if they were wet barrels or dry, whatever. There's a lot of factors that can come into play with a barrel-aged beer. But it's really tasty. This is a well-made and well put together, and with the year that it's got on it, very balanced in flavors between the sweetness, the spice, the alcohol flavors, as in bourbon, and all those things combining. And it's got a nice oaky vanilla character to it in the aftertaste that I enjoy. It's actually semi-dry in the finish, but a really tasty beer, easy to drink. It's not too sweet. Like Pumpkin, sometimes a lot of people get thrown off of that beer because they say, oh, it's too sweet. It's too much like, you know, chowing down on a piece of pumpkin pie. I don't know if I can handle a bomber by myself. This, I'm not going to have any trouble. I usually don't have trouble handling a bomber beer myself anyway, but I'm not going to have any trouble handling this bomber beer. Really tasty, goes down super smooth. I would drink this one again. I haven't had the regular, the regular Frog's Hollow Double Pumpkin Ale, but Johnny, my stunt drinker Johnny, has had it, and he likes it, and his palate for pumpkin beers are really, really similar to mine. So, have you had this beer? What do you think about it? You hear I'm kind of like waxing fantastic about it. You know, you're saying, DJ, what do you grade this? You know, I know what I think. What do you think? Well, Rate Beer gives it a 92, and Beer Advocate gives it an 86. Those are fresh grades. I'm going to grade this beer a 91. I think it's an A-. It's really solid. I'm looking actually for maybe a little bit more of that bourbon character and a little bit more viscosity in the bottle, in the body, for what it is as an Imperial Pumpkin Ale. But it's very tasty, don't get me wrong. I would drink it again and recommend it. I imagine fresh, it's not too much different because the taste tastes really stable in this. So maybe the fact that I kept it in the refrigerator for a year would help that out. So, like I said, if you guys have had this beer, let me know what you think. I love that quid pro quo and back and forth. And I also love it when you think globally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement, because that's completely freaking awesome, because it helps the variety keep coming our way so we can have even more pumpkin beer. And if you guys have been in the stores this year, breweries ain't shy about making some pumpkin beers. In my store alone, just in the back section this year, there were 17 different pumpkin beers, and they had more in the front on a different display rack, all different beers from different breweries. That's freaking insane. So, to the next DJ BrewTube, thanks a million to each and every one of you for watching. Thanks a million again, Johnny, for sending me this beer. You rock, my brother, but you know what I think. That's right. So, I got nothing now but a bunch of love for you and a big-ass pumpkin beer drinking. Peace out!